Hi everyone, Olivia here. I just wanted to have a quick practice with you today to just release and free up any tension in your head space and connect with your breath and do a little bit of mind work. So come into a comfortable seated position, however works best for you. You could remain kneeling or you may prefer to stay seated. I'm just going to grab myself a cushion. I find having a little bit of height under my hips enables my knees to draw down, so don't be afraid to use a little bit of height and then really connect with your sit bones, really drawing down in towards the floor. So let's start just by bringing our hands into prayer, bringing your hands into your heart center and closing in with your eyes. So what I would like you to think about is the length and the space that you are creating up through your spine, the elongation of the neck, and the lightness with which the head is resting right on top of the shoulders. Breathe. Let's connect with the breath. Connect with your heart center. And just observe how you are at this moment as you bring yourself onto your mat and your space for today. Watch that while you bring your hands together into prayer in front of the heart, you're still remaining soft and down through your shoulders. There's no tension in the upper back, the neck space, or through your jaw. Sometimes just allowing us to be still with our breath, quietly eliminating the thoughts from our consciousness. It allows us to be more calm and centered, and most wonderfully of all, most present. Observe the ebb and flow of your breath and the way it allows your body to move, just very subtly. And then quietly opening with your eyes when you're ready. Just bringing yourself onto the mat as we continue now through a physical practice. Taking your hands down beside you, a little bit back and behind if you can, to draw those shoulders down, lift into the heart, squeezing your arms and shoulders back just a little. Lengthen upwards, so really broaden across your shoulders. Open into that heart space, feel as if the shoulder blades are squeezing inwards and you're tall and long through the torso. Before you slowly exhale and release, soften with the arms, with the shoulders, and bring your hands around in front. Just soften through those shoulders and lengthen forward, so you can choose to come as far forward as you like. Just soften and breathe. Notice with each exhalation how far down you need to go. Remembering that it will be as tight as it needs to be in the front hip especially. But you may be feeling this, in your lower back, through your hips, glutes, possibly into your knees, maybe into the thighs. So just be kind and gentle. And allow your eyes to soften down towards your shin as you breathe and lengthen as far forward as you feel right. And then slowly on the inhale, just gently walking your hands all the way back up, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a wee twist just to unwind. We're going to keep it a moving twist. So opposite hand to the knee, other hand behind. Inhale, exhale to twist. Inhale, release. Exhale to twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Allow the body to just gently glide as it swings around side to side, and release. one more time, off to the final side. Gently lengthen up and release back to center. Nice. So hopefully you're starting to feel a little more open, bringing those elbows as close together as you can with your hands onto your shoulders, rounding through those shoulders, being as broad as you can be through your shoulders, through your elbows, noticing whether there's any crunchy spots. Sometimes it can be a bit raunchy through your shoulders, so see if you can just gently move, breathe into those tight spaces. And now into the opposite direction just when you're ready. So it's an open out. And for us, we often sit with our arms forward, so it's really nice to encourage that space. Be open and broad. Be as vulnerable and accepting of anything that comes your way. And just slowly make that your last as you release. Now we're just going to cross the other leg in front. If you want to straighten out with your legs, do so, and then fold the other leg in front. And just to give a little bit of balance and symmetry through to the body. This time arms are down by your side, and we're just going to gently lengthen over, elongating and keeping both sides of the rib cage long. So gently inhale up and exhale over. Let's bring the hand in and behind the back. Inhale up, exhale over. Let's work a little stronger for those who wish. Raising the arm over the head. Be long and fluid through this movement. See if you can move with as much grace and as ease as you can. It's an inhale up and exhale over. Inhale and gently exhale. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale. Let's hold it over there this time. So lengthen over. Soften through your shoulder. You're going to gently take that twist round to the shoulder of the arm that's above. Soften through the shoulders. Twist through that upper body. Turn with the eyes as long as that is comfortable. And now to work a little bit of extra core strength. The arm that isn't connected to the floor. Let's raise it off the mat. And then inhale up as you exhale over. And just again, soften through your shoulders, turn to twist towards the arm that's above, gently supporting yourself as you breathe, open, expand, and then raising the hand from the mat, inhale up and release. Just float the arms back down. Nice. So again, just sitting, and as you feel comfortable, interlock your hands now and let's roll around through those wrists. See if you can keep the heel of the hand together and the elbows as close together as you can. So you're really getting that rotation through the forearms as well as the wrists and fingers. Just gently rolling around through those wrists. Now believe it or not, you are rolling one way, so let's roll the other. And then just slowly shaking it all out. So this is a good one, a little trick for you. Thumb and index finger on one hand, thumb and little finger on the other. You are now going to walk those fingers in and out towards each other. I've already done it a little bit incorrectly, so that you can always end up with one finger, little finger and thumb, and one index finger and thumb. See if you can keep them going in and out, opposites sides. I've ended up on the same finger again. I don't know if it's easier to watch. I'm not having a terribly successful day with this. Interested to hear how you go with this today. It does require a little bit of concentration. So if you get into a rhythm, shake it out. Just release. Letting go with those hands. So again, just bringing your arms down by your side. Soften through your shoulders. Tilting your left ear towards your left shoulder. Now let's extend it out through that right arm. So imagine somebody's got hold of your wrist and they're really lengthening it down towards the floor, or you're holding on to a bar and it's pulling you down, and meanwhile you're pulling yourself over to the left, really feeling that length right down from your earlobe, down through the top of the shoulder space and all the way down the arm. If you've got no previous neck injuries, head injuries, feel free to use that left hand just onto the side of the head and gently encourage it down a little bit further. You may like to play around with taking your arm off the floor. Sometimes connecting it is just as powerful. So just see what feels right for you. You may want to rotate the hand, flip it back the other way, which will engage a little bit through the upper arm. Just see where it feels nicest for you. There'll be a point where you really find that openness today. And it's the same with the head. You may find it's a little bit up with the chin or a little bit further down with the chin towards the chest. Have a wee play around and then slowly let go with the hand. Bring the head back up, float the arms back down. So tilting the right ear to the right shoulders, soften down through the shoulder and just gently breathe, lengthen. And then when you're ready, we'll take that right arm onto the side of the head and just gently lengthen out through that left arm. Create as much space as you can, really elongating through the shoulder, through the arm. If you wish to take the arm off the floor, if you wish to rotate the palm forward or back, or see, back feels better for me on that side. So just listen to the body. Don't be afraid to do something a little bit different on one side to the other. And then just slowly release, bringing the head back to center and down. Let's tuck in with your chin. So release the head right back down towards your chest. Interlock your hands, and again, no previous neck injuries. You can keep your hands just onto the back of the head, the elbows drawn inwards slightly, and just gently draw that neck down, just a little opening into the back of the neck, back of the head. Breathe. And then just slowly, when you're ready, let go with the hands, the arms, bring the head back up. But like we did at the beginning of the class, we're now going to interlock the hands and draw them down behind your back. Raise into the eyes. So if you prefer to have your hands to the floor and really work with your arms back that way, that's fine. Alternatively, you may like to hold on to the elbows and draw down. I find sometimes clasping my hands together so that I can lengthen up through the frontal spine, lifting the eyes up to the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades back, and then just gently holding without holding the breath, and then gently release as you come all the way back. So from here, just gently draw up onto all fours, come on around onto your mat, onto all fours, and we'll just continue for a little bit longer as we bring ourselves into the pose of the child. So we're going to start with my toes tucked, lengthen forward, open and expand into the shoulders, the arms, the upper body, the rib cage, and just gently find that space through your back, through your hips, and then tuck the eyes down towards the toes, just drawing the chin back down to the chest so that you can then walk your hands nice and gently all the way up. You're going to lift up onto your toes, so taking the knees from the mat at this point, and just pause and observe what's happening for you through your feet structure, through the Achilles, the lower leg, into the soleus, the calf, the gastrocnemius, and then just observe what's happening for you. Moving into our malasana, so going into our wide stance balance, opening into our hips. So from here, we're going to take our hands to the floor. They're at least shoulder width apart. Step your left foot out to the outside of that left hand and your right foot to the outside of that right hand. And from there, sink and play down with those hips. bringing your hands right into prayer, sitting up nice and tall, breathing, opening, expanding, and then lower down through your hands, lift into the hips, walk your feet into your hip width apart, soften, relax, and dangle with your arms, bringing your head all the way down towards the floor as you lower down through your elbows, holding on to them and drawing that upper body down, legs lifting up nice and high. Breathe. Just pausing here. You may like to just take a little bit of weight forward towards the toes, back towards the heels, just so you can get a little bit of space as you open up. Letting go with the hands and then slowly rolling yourself all the way up to stand. So just slowly rolling, raising, lengthening, raising into the arms, squeezing, extending, and then floating the arms down as you come all the way back down. So bending into the knees, rolling forward and down, lowering back down onto the knees and sitting that weight back towards your heels as you lift up nice and high. So from here we're going to lift up onto our knees and draw forward through our hips and pelvis by drawing forward with our hands onto our lower back. So soften through your shoulders, draw those elbows towards each other, lift into the heart space, and then allow the head to remain in that same lovely long line from the top of the head down to the base of the spine, through to the tailbone, and then just slowly release, curling as you come around, layering the hands down to the floor, just bringing your hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, round into the spine, and then slowly curl the tailbone away and release into the other direction, gently drawing up through your eyes. Remember, this is all about a little bit of release into the back, the head, the neck. Curl back the opposite direction and then lower back down, walking your heels, hands back towards the knees and buttocks back to the heels. We're going to lift up and just try that one more time. If you want to tuck your toes under so that you can take your hands back towards your heels, you can do so. Hands onto the lower back, lifting up through the eyes, through the upper body, extending forward. You may like to take the left hand down onto that left heel, raise into the right arm. If you've got that mobility, extend back with both arms, squeeze through your hips, raise into the eyes, lengthen and squeeze, and then maybe release with the left hand first and then into the right as you gently draw down onto all fours, round into the spine, arch into the back, and then release, tailbone away first, curling through your spine, drawing up with your eyes, and for the last time tucking in with the tailbone, rounding into the back, and then from there sinking the sit bones all the way back towards your heels, releasing with your hand, forehead onto the back of the hands, or you may prefer to take the arms behind. So from here, slowly drawing up, bringing yourself back around to a comfortable seated position. Sitting somewhere comfortable again, lifting the flesh from your sit bones and just bringing yourself into your space where it feels right for you. As you then again bring your hands into prayer and just close in with your eyes. Again, connect with your hands at your heart center and soften with your breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale. Time to again quieten the mind, the body, to be still, to be calm. Making any adjustments that you have or you know of or you wish to include so that you can be comfortable and seated. Stay with your eyes closed, lower with your hands into your lap or maybe onto the back of the knees. Take this time to sit quietly and to be at peace. I'd like you to think of a mantra that you can take with you for your day, maybe for the rest of the week ahead. It can be something as simple as anything is possible. Or believe in yourself. I know I can do it. Trust in the process. Anything that pops into mind for you that resonates and allows you to be comfortable and at peace. Quietly repeat to yourself in your head your mantra. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, or a small partition in your mouth. Please feel free to stay here as long as you like. The longer, the better. The less distracted you are from the outside world, the more you will grow. Continue to stay